Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's excellent. Hey guys, what we're doing right now is photographing with the Instax Mini 90, which is a Fuji camera, and we're photographing inside a pretty difficult area for something like instant photography. So the thing to notice here is that we're shooting with the sun to our back, so our eyes are in the sunlight, and then that light is coming all the way through here. You can actually see it lighting up the top of the Instax Mini 90, and that light is actually the light that's going to hit my son's face. You mind heading back over there, Robert?
Yeah.
The reason that that's important is because that light is how the camera is going to meter. So it's going to meter off of the bright part, and it's going to close everything down. Now you can see that it's pretty bright right here, and you can see that Robert's got some splotchy patches of light on his skin. And so when we shoot in landscape mode, that uses f/22. When we hit the darken, that means that it's going to use at the highest shutter speed that it's got, which is 1/400th of a second. And we know that that's going to make this a very dark image. So the addition of the flash over here, the umbrella, is going to add rim lighting both to the side, and this flash right here is also going to add some uplighting to the face. You can see the right side of Robert's face right there is shrouded in shadow, which means that the flash on the camera, which is going to trigger all of this, is also going to be adding our front flash, okay? Which is pretty important. So we're going to have actually a 3-point lighting setup here, and that's how we accomplish this particular image. And let's see what we've got. Now we took the photo in portrait mode right here, and as it's coming in, it's starting to look really nice. It does look like we've got some light leak, and as you can see, there's some of the umbrella to the side. So what we need to do is move the umbrella and reshoot. So I'm going to do this again because we want to get rid of that light leak. However, the image is really nice, and you can see there's not a lot of splotchiness. And this image isn't even fully developed yet, so that's what we're going to do. So you see we just completed that shot. Robert's picking up the flash to move, and then let's see what we got. Hey, great, we can see right here coming through, no light leak already. This looks like a really nice, really well exposed image for an Instax, and look at that, it's also nice and centered. How cool is that? So this image as it's coming in, this is really nice. It takes up to 5 minutes for these images to set completely with saturation and contrast, and they're completely normalized over 24 hours. You will see a little bit more contrast come in the last 24 hours, but after about 5 minutes you can kind of see what the total image is. And you can see it's coming in nice now. Excellent. Here we have our next location. The one on the left also taken on 4/5. Both of these pictures were taken on their same days respectively. And what we're going to notice on the right image is that there's a whole lot more highlights going on. On the left image, it's a much darker image. Now this one may be up to taste. However, in person, I like the one on the left, the one taken today, quite a bit better. Now there are some things I would do here a little bit differently. The first thing is a compliment. I've recognized that both images are nice for their respective images. However, in person, the one on the right, it just looks like the highlights are too busy. Now, on the camera right now, it actually looks really nice. I like it. But remember, the camera's adding processing and sharpening to it. So, in person, the one on the left, I think, looks a lot better. I also like the color of it better. Now, some things to consider. The highlights. In order to bring the highlights into fold, we need to be able to control them a little bit better. And I think by controlling the highlights like we did today using the external flash, we're able to get a more consistently lit image. Overall, I like the one on the left better. What I would do differently is I would light the water. Okay? The one on the left has quite a bit more detail, especially in person. However, I would light the water in order to have some reflections and some depth to the water. But this one may be up to taste. I don't know. Sound off in the comments. Let me know what you think. Of course, going across the top, they were both taken in an overcast kind of environment. And I say overcast only because they were taking in the canopy of the trees. These were both sunny days otherwise, so they're taking in the shade. The one on the left was taken in normal mode. I think next time I would have used macro or mountain, I think next time I would have used the landscape mode. We have external flash with a self-timer and darken on the left, and we have mountain mode and internal flash on the right. So you be the judge.